What the hell is that thing?
I don't know. Does it have like diamonds on it? As long as it doesn't come on board. Georgie, there's a snake. This is why we got you. Last time on MJ Sailing, we had just made our way to Eleuthera from the Berry Islands and spent an afternoon exploring what the town of Spanish Wells had to offer. Also, I show off some unfortunate side effects from my seasickness medication. Matt is our wind chaser.
There's none.
There is no wind. We knew it was going to happen. We were just hoping it wouldn't happen for a few more hours. That's what we get for making split-second decisions to go somewhere.
Yeah.
Still just blazing our trail right now at 1.6 knots. I don't know, how long do you think we've been out now? 2 hours?
Yeah, 2 hours.
2 hours, probably made about 5 of 7 miles, but that's cool because it is gorgeous out here and the sun's starting to go down, so it's just a nice, relaxing pleasure cruise, having some trail mix and not quite beer time yet, but...
Yeah, it's a pretty place.
Mm-hmm. Got my jammies on. This is cold weather sailing. 71 degrees out. Totally ready for the Arctic.
Yeah.
I know.
Jammy jams.
My jammy jams. I do have to not thin my blood. I need to thicken it.
Thicken your blood.
Thicken that blood back up. Three hours later and our anchor is down. It wasn't the fastest sail, but it was really nice and enjoyable. Just kind of, a great way to spend the afternoon. Weren't doing much otherwise anyway. So really, really pretty spot. There's some nice bluffs behind us. Beach around one corner back here, and then I think like another mile or two down at the other end of Egg Island. It's supposed to be a really nice beach. We can kind of make out the shipwreck awash from here, so hopefully we'll take the dinghy over tomorrow and look at that as well. So it looks like it's going to be a great spot to spend a few days and just explore. And tomorrow we think our friends Catherine and Stefan are going to join us on their boat, so hopefully they'll be hanging out with us. But yeah, otherwise really glad that we decided to check out this area more than just sitting in the harbor of Spanish Wells. So hopefully we find lots of cool stuff tomorrow when we go exploring. Coming on deck to inspect some loud sounds outside, we found the resort on the neighboring island was having a fireworks display. No, not. And wanting to test out our new high-powered flashlight we had just picked up in Florida, we studied what was floating around in the water after the sun went down. New flashlight. Oh, there goes the cat. Oh, there's something down there. There was, right by the dinghy. Maybe it'll come back. It's one of those big needle-nosed fish. Oh, there it was again. Did you see it? Needle-nosed fish swimming around.
A snake.
A snake.
What the hell is that thing?
I don't know. Does it have like diamonds on it? Huh. As long as it doesn't come on board. Ooh. Looks like it's gonna go in the dinghy.
What the hell are you?
I don't know. It's interesting looking though. Georgie, there's a snake. This is why we got you.
Oh, there it goes.
Oh, okay. It went away. That was weird. The action that happens
At night.
in and around our boat.
Yeah.
And we got a crazy cat now.
Yeah.
Egg Island, sitting 7 miles to the east of Spanish Wells, was not the typical anchorage we're used to from our years of cruising the Bahamas. It had shallow rocky cliffs and scrubby dense vegetation, which gave the area a Mediterranean feel. Even though we had been enjoying ourselves in Spanish Wells, it was a nice secluded area to get away and unwind, without any thoughts of boat work. As an added bonus, we had new friends sailing out that day to meet us, a young couple named Kat and Stefan, which happened to be in our marina at Indiantown at the same time we were, but we never met until we anchored near each other in Spanish Wells. Sometimes, life just shows you what a small world we live in. So it is absolutely a gorgeous day here down in Egg Island. The sun is really bright and winds are calm, so that is great for us because we want to take the dinghy about 1.5 miles, I guess it would be west of here, and dive the wreck that is awash. Oh shoot, I was gonna read through the book of, but maybe I'll do it later. So our friends Catherine and Stefan have just arrived on their boat, got their anchor down a minute ago, so we'll probably go see if they're ready, and hopefully get some good fish viewing. We read in our guidebook that there's about 70 different species of fish they have found on this wreck, so since we've kind of sucked at finding any good coral so far on this trip around, we're really hoping that that will give us the chance that we've been looking for some good underwater activities, some good fish viewing, fish finding. With 2.1 miles between elements and the wreck, we set off into glass-calm waters where the sky blended into the sea, and even had a friendly encounter along the way. After a few more minutes, we arrived at the Arimoroa, a cargo vessel that sank back in the 1970s. Dropping anchor in 17 feet of crystal clear water, we could make out everything that was sitting below us. During its fateful last passage, the ship was bringing a guano-based fertilizer from South America to Europe. While just offshore of Eleuthera, a fire started in the galley. When the fire was unable to be put out, the captain decided the best thing to do was to beach the vessel in the shallow banks by the closest visible land. All crew made it safely to shore, but it is said the wreck smoldered for 3 months after the incident. The strange thing about this wreck is what happened in the years just following. Because of the high phosphate fertilizer aboard, when it seeped out of the keel, it killed all the marine life and coral surrounding it. The area stayed dead for 20 to 25 years, until a surprising thing happened. seemingly out of nowhere, it began to flourish. Scientists from the University of Miami came out to do research and found over 70 different species of fish gathered in this area. Also, fish which normally travel in small groups have been seen in schools of 50 or 60. Scientists are still baffled to the sudden change, but for us, it meant we were finally able to find the life-size aquarium we had been searching for. We're back at Egg Island right now. We're out with our friends Catherine and Stefan again, and we're gonna have a bonfire on the really beachy side, but it looked like there wasn't a whole lot of wood, so we ducked into this cove right now. We're gonna try and take all of the driftwood that Matt and I found earlier and go around and have a nice relaxing fire, which should be the perfect end to a perfect day. Chucking wood at me.
I know. That might be tricky. Let everyone know first.
Coming at you. Come on, Jessica.
I know. I'm working. Different kind of work.
Oh wow. Alright, how are we gonna drink that?
I don't know. Someone swims, it's a raft. Someone just takes it there.
Our dinghy's already losing tons of air.
What's another little puncture?
Once inside the cove where we planned to build our fire, the search for wood was still on, as we didn't want our fire to burn out too quickly into the night.
Not on this side, so instead of moving all this.
And, once we were satisfied, we cleared out a space in the pine needles to begin construction.
Oh, that's a good call.
There we go. Whatever. We'll just throw that there. Just like this.
Good, we can set all this on fire the way it is right now.
Let it burn.
It won't make a difference, but if you want to make something cool, I'll actually come in.
You dig a hole?
Yeah.
Sorry about that.
Got some wood, honey.
Yeah.
More. Need more of those.
Ignore the camera, ignore the camera, ignore the camera.
Burn shit.
Whoops.
That's the best idea.
Once the kindling had been gathered and our teepee was prepared, it was time to set it all ablaze.
Oh!
What did you do?
Put it out.
You know, or we could just take the lighter and light it.
The lighter sucks.
And just like that, it was another day of serendipity in the Bahamas. Events that aren't planned, or even well thought out, at the end of the day, turn out to be perfection.
Putting on rafters. And...
Made a grill.
It's a little too high, huh?
You think
Maybe
so?
if we flip it upside down.
Join us for the next episode of MJ Sailing, where we navigate elements through a tricky and coral-ridden path over the northern end of Eleuthera, known as the Devil's Backbone. And although it's suggested you take an experienced pilot with you, we decide to see if we can make it on our own.